Hey yo, divine earthlings of the universe. What is up? What is up? What is up? I do hope that you all are having a good day, a good night, whatever time it is for you. Peace, love, light, blessings, and namaste. Today is May 22nd of 2022. So it's like a 522 portal. I hope you guys are having a grand day out there. And thank you so much for being here and supporting the love here. I do appreciate each and every one of you. I'm very humbled and honored for each of you. So thank you. Before I start, I do want to put out that I'm not a psychic. I am just a messenger here to provide the purest love and light vibes from the Most High Creator, my spiritual team, guys, Gaia, the universe, the Most High Source, in the purest love energy. So we remove any dark entities, dark energies, evil eye vibes, evil eye vibers, and negativity from this space. We keep it divinely protected in the love, light, and glow of the Most High Creator. So if it don't resonate, don't force the Cinderella slipper, and don't eat the food on the plate if you don't like it. I may not be the reader for you. And this is never to impose my feelings, thoughts, beliefs into your life. I'm not sure if I said that. But your discernment, your free will, your intuition are always a key factor. So this message today, it's a 522 portal. And some people got stuck in the matrix. Because that's what I heard. Some people are stuck in the matrix. We got people who done, if we as a collective can feel the vibe and the shifts in this world, we feel the hardships happening and occurring. You feel these shifts. You shifted and elevated. This message may resonate with those who have shifted and elevated above I'm hearing above even your highest self. So you at your highest self, you're now above the highest that you've been. So you're on this higher vibing frequency. And unfortunately, with this shift, some people succumb to staying on the low frequency and getting stuck in this metrics. I'm hearing metrics because it's like a metric system when you go to work. You got to have this metric. So we follow the metrics, and that's how they view your productivity, view your personality, view your goals, even like view how you handle business. Everything is all through this matrix of a metric system. And so a lot of people have succumbed to that only staying on that frequency. Because it's so many different frequencies, right? Just like tuning into a radio. So many different frequencies to tune into. You've tuned into the highest form frequency in this time. Yes, in this particular time frame, you have tuned into like the highest frequency, while other people still on that static trying to find a station. They get stuck there. They're like in a time loop. I'm hearing a transaction. It's time for them to take action like somebody would during a transaction. Like when somebody getting transactions into their bank account, they move swiftly, right? They take action. And these people that have gotten stuck, they take action to move swiftly if they're getting like a bank deposit, those kind of transactions, but they don't move swiftly to get to their higher self. They don't move swiftly. And if y'all start to hear noise in the background, I do look, it's summertime over here, so there are nieces and nephews rumbling out there. Just saying, FYI. So you have taken action to stay vibrating higher, while other people have slowed their roll, like they drag their feet on taking action to become a better version of themselves. And instead, they haven't gathered the transaction of getting out the matrix. Some people like it here. And when I say that, by the way, this is a non-judgment zone, okay? We don't judge over here. This is a healing zone, a clarity zone, Zen zone, uplifting zone for this spiritual journey. And so you have tried to pull people out of the matrix. You realize sometimes you was holding on too tightly and you were trying to do the work for other people. 5:11 on the timer. It's about to be 5:22 on the timer. And it's 11:31. It's so many angel numbers. So it's 5:22 on the timer. We're going to look up 522 spiritual meaning. Because what I was going to say is you have tried to do the work for people and pull them out this matrix. But like that movie Sinners, I did like a part, I think it was 3 or 4 parts to the movie. I might name this part 5, I don't know. But yeah, okay, part 5 of Sinners. Basically, or part 4, whatever this could be. Basically, that movie identifies with what I'm speaking on. A lot of people stayed in the matrix and wanted to live forever. They conformed and they got turned by vampires because they were on a lower frequency. Now, and then I'm also hearing people got tricked and bamboozled because some people have false transactions, meaning counterfeit money was presented to them. Some people couldn't deposit this bank roll that they thought they had because it was counterfeit. It wasn't even real money. So you got people out here thinking that they winning, but it's counterfeit energy around them. Or is this vampire ciphering energy around them? And that's also what got people stuck and lured and sucked into this matrix. 1 second. Hey! They say they know, right? But then they out there playing. So some people have gotten stuck into this matrix and because they allowed low frequencies near them. They didn't use their discernment. Because, for example, I think one of the characters in Sinners, one of the twins, the girl that was Mary, was it Smoke and Mary, I think? If he would have paid closer attention to her actions, he probably would have saw like, yo, something is different about you. But he didn't use his discernment because people still gonna look like they the same person, but they technically got this low vibe to them that you got to pay attention to. So people have been stuck in the matrix even with that because they got lured back in. So basically he was now stuck in a time loop as an energy vampire. I call them energy vampires because it's a symbolic meaning to it. Vampires to me suck your blood. They drain your energy. Energy vampires in the spiritual term of things do the same. They can literally suck you dry and be counterfeit energy. And you think that you're getting ahead, but you're not. So to become a vampire is to live forever until that chosen one comes to stop the shit. Excuse my language. Because in that movie, there was a chosen one who was chosen to stop that shit. Now, unfortunately, the chosen one in the film battled the devil, right? And the chosen one battled the devil. However, those still affected by the devil still had to walk this earth and figure out how to heal themselves, and or they still roam the earth. Regardless if the devil energy is gone, it's left so many people to carry on that devil energy. So it's like you got to kill them one by one. And that's the symbolic energy. People have gotten stuck in this matrix, and the more you wake up, the more you kill that devil energy. Even though it's not probably seen overnight, or might not be seen at all to yourself, it's kind of like this devil energy knows that chosen ones are waking up and they're out the matrix. Excuse me, y'all. I told y'all they're yelling out there. So with 522, it says, find balance and harmony in all areas of your life. It reminds us that a balanced life is a fulfilling life. Then it's also changes and new opportunities are showing up in your life for your highest good. It say for your highest good. I just said you're at your highest frequency. You got out the matrix. So you're elevating. So things to you see when something ain't up, or you just sit back and use your discernment. You might be in isolation more too. You might isolate yourself more because you're so woke to everything. And I heard isolation really heavy earlier because you're like Neo in the Matrix. Because I heard isolation, and then I did hear Neo in the Matrix. So that's crazy that what I wrote is some people are stuck in the Matrix. Because your isolation is like how Neo in the Matrix was. He had like an isolated life, but he was on point. Like, you got moves, yo. You're on point. So this devil ass energy will try to lure you. If not, if they can't get you, let's get the people around you to trick you, to manipulate you, to throw you off our scent. So, and I'm hearing, and to keep you stuck in the Matrix. But you haven't been stuck in the Matrix. 11:01 on the timer. You're the one. You might just hang out with you, yourself, and I. That just might be your circle of people and your ancestral team. Because again, this isolation has prepped you to really learn how to dodge bullets like Neo in the Matrix. Learning how to, you know how Neo can go back and miss every hit, and then he blocks everything at that scene, at the last scene, if y'all seen it. He blocks all the hits. You have been blocked. You know how you have mastered. I'm hearing you're like a master at skilled mastery right now at his best. Told y'all my little nephew, 11:44 on the timer. His thing is owl lately, so I don't know. He ain't hurt, but his thing is owl, like he's hurt. All right, and some people are saying owl like they hurt, and they ain't even hurting. That's how they can kind of lure you back too. You know, throw you off their game. Like, oh, you'll console me because I'm hurt. Just like that movie. Look, 10 of Swords, just so we could backstab you again. Nope, the never ending story. See, you were pulling on dead weight this whole time. And look, 9 of Swords. Can't even go to sleep, Nightmare on Elm Street. See, this backstab is giving people nightmares. A lot of people in this Matrix, I'm hearing a lot of people in the Matrix are having sleepless nights. And it's like a never ending cycle for them, unfortunately. Because I'm hearing people have backstabbed themselves. 12:44 on the timer. A lot of people backstab their own self. And backstabbing themselves has kept them in this loop, this nightmare. You see what I mean? They kept pulling along their burdens and they got stuck in the Matrix. A lot of people wanted to take the material 3D world with them as they elevate. And that's when they realize, yo, I can't even take this with me. That's just like when we pass and leave this earth. We can't take the 3D with us. But a lot of people still think they can. So going back to the movie Sinners, to live forever is to live forever and have everything that you want. And it never leaves you. But then you're stuck in a cycle like a nightmare. You're stuck in this Freddy Krueger Nightmare on Elm Street vibes. And it says, if Nancy doesn't wake up screaming, she won't wake up at all. Yeah, a lot of these people have not woke up. They don't even know how to scream. Like, they don't even have their own voice. They just struggling with their burdens here. And you are the person to lift people out of this Matrix. You are the person. And you still are. Like, you were their person, I'm hearing. And you still are. But it was like babysitting. Look. It was like you was in this babysitter's club. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, the devil. Look what I got choked. Ooh, I couldn't even. I just got choked up. You was babysitting devil energy. I'm trying to tell you. And these people, these childish behaviors got lured by the devil vibes. And see, the devil trying to hold on to what Divine Collectives got going on. It says, no good without evil, no love without hate, no innocence without lust. I am darkness, starring the Lord of Darkness. Yeah, darkness is, you have to babysit these dark energies a lot. And see, these people were trying to hide a lot. Things are being illuminated because with ET, you're not from this world. And I'm also hearing that spirit is hiding you. You're cloaked at this time, again, isolated at this time, possibly. And or if you are not isolating or cloaked or whatever, like if you don't go out and just wear and cloak yourself, you're still out and about, but you know how to cloak the messages and the downloads now. Again, your higher self, you're like Neo in the Matrix. He see a lot. He's very, very skilled, very polished. Because you bring a lot of justice out here. Thank you, Spirit. I knew I was going to see this card. This is why I got this deck. You'll see why. You bring a lot of justice out here, Divine Collective. You like the superhero for humanity in this time. And you're like the next Karate Kid, like Seven of Wands. The next card is the card that I'm talking about. But I love that this card showed up first because it's the same movie. The Karate Kid, Seven of Wands. You took a stance. He don't look strong, do he? People probably would doubt his strength and his character to stay still. But like Neo in the Matrix, you mastered discipline. You took transactions seriously about your spiritual growth and your spiritual inheritance. You took transactions towards mastering yourself and helping defend and bring justice to the dark ass energy that this world keeps trying to hide. And now people can't hide and run no more. They got to sit with their own nightmares and face their own demons. You work side by side with the Hierophant. I love that this movie, I love that these cards, I'm happy that I got this deck because this card, look how precisely disciplined they are. He's learning from one of the masters, one of the ascended masters. And 5 is a number of change. Like you out here changing the game. I'm so proud of you, Divine Collective. You got Hierophant status again. Hierophant. You're vibrating in your highest form in this timeline. You might see a lot of loved ones in your life or people that you know still trying to get what they want because this lady was trying to get the goals. People still, and this is underground. People want to take, I'm hearing underground, like living in the dark. Again, even with sinners, they can only come out at night, these vampires. So you rather have all this gold just to live in dark for the rest of your life? Just to have a dark glow about yourself? A mean-spirited person? Because she was a mean-spirited person on this card. And these boys, look at superhero. Look at, you see this superhero? This is them. This is the same. Oh my God, Spirit is bringing justice to people. Because these crooks wanted to be Superman. But the true justice is you coming in. You the true superhero. And look at these people. These crooks. I'm telling you. You mastered. They had to come up against the Hierophant. They didn't know that you worked side by side with the Hierophant. People try to keep you lured underneath into the Matrix. But now all you see is happy days. Hey, got 4 of Wands energy. You got more happier days coming. Because I was going to say you might see more people that you love or that you're connected to just be a greed kind of mind or just be stuck on a low frequency. And that's unfortunate because you have tried to help these people out, but you realize you probably just keep it to yourself, or you are still pursuing your goals and hoping that people pay attention to their own surroundings, because this is a time to pay attention to your surroundings, to your environment, to who you invite into your home. Because just like the movie Sinners, they kept inviting people. One of the brothers did use discernment, but too late. And the other brother, he wasn't even aware of what was happening until it happened. It was, y'all, I don't want to give away that movie because I know some people didn't watch it. But that movie Sinners with Michael B. Jordan, shout out Michael B. Love that man. Creed, he, of course, before Creed too. But anyway, he's a good actor. I think he was like the perfect person to choose for that role. And That movie is deep, okay? And people, if to see it in your 3D eye, it's like you gotta see it in your spiritual eye at this point, in your third eye, because it's symbolic to what's happening in this world. And yeah, that people are still stuck in this metric system, condition vibe, spiritual burp. Yeah, gotta do everything by the book, or we won't add up to anything. Or your credit score got to be this, or you won't add up it to anything. No, 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 no. That's all man-made. That's bull shit to me. Excuse my French, my language, whatever. But seriously, who's to say with the metrics, if you go by my credit score, I could be the best person, take care of that place, or you could be the best candidate, but oh, you don't have this certification. Who's to say that you're not the best candidate? And not to say best as being better, but you're the fit. Who's to say that you're not the one that Most High chose? So a lot of people don't realize, like a lot of people know that you were spiritually in tune, but a lot of people are now realizing that you chose it because of your discipline. I'm hearing disciplinary action. Spirit is putting some people on a transaction plan where they got to pay their debt because they were being disobedient to their mission or to themselves. A lot of people that got stuck in the metrics are paying like a due, like they got to pay off their karmic debt before the Most High be like, okay, you ready? So a lot of people might be in that cycle, in that loop, in this nightmare on Elm Street vibe until they actually pay off their debt, their karmic debt. Shit. This is why this devil ass energy. Spirit was like, no more babysitting these secrets. You got to confront. So I love how the Hierophant is here and then the devil showed up. The Hierophant, no. The Most High, no. That's why you have to be ready and prepared to deal with darker energies and to see it and to learn how to balance it and not allow it to consume you as well. And the fact that you did it, you raised above. You rose up. And I'm proud of you. And these people could still rise up. It's just how much karmic debt they got. Because if you got $100 million tab, you got to pay all that off before. That's a big ass tab. And it don't have to be actual physical money. It could be all the debt and all the karmic vibes or evil eye intentions or just intentional negativity that you put out that you got to pay for. However the Most High see fit. So I send these people love and light. Because this is a heavy ass time. But we gonna come back with some lighter love vibes, because I ain't finished talking about that Forever show. And come to find out, if y'all have seen my last couple of readings, the show Forever on Netflix is so beautiful, because that's also a shift of awareness with divine masculine, divine feminine energies. Did I not have this on Do Not Disturb? Hold on. Okay. So yeah, that's also a shift of divine love unions happening as well. As this shift is occurring, so is another shift in love. So I love that show Forever. And I said it reminds me of Love and Basketball with Sanaa Lathan and Omar Epps, like from back in the day, because it has such a, it's in LA, basketball's involved. They grew up together. They knew each other. But this time it goes more in depth with a connection. And I felt like the masculine energy is the female energy in Love and Basketball and vice versa. But come to find out, Sanaa Lathan, who plays Monica in Love and Basketball, she's connected to the guy that plays Justin. And I'm like, wow, they're connected. Like, they've been working together. And I thought that was cool because they actually have a history together. And I was like, that's interesting to have a history with Sanaa Lathan, who played in Love and Basketball. And she could be like his mentor. I'm not sure. But it's just so cool because this is his first role, the guy that plays Justin, the teenager boy. And I love how his vulnerability is showcased, and it's not something to look or to frown upon. Like, man can cry, man can be vulnerable, and also, like, when it comes to young black men, they go through a lot, and they have to have this tough role, or to stand out. And thank you, Spirit. So how it's connecting even with this message, you don't have to have a tough role to stand out. You realize that you're not part of this metric system, because even Justin's character, he wasn't a part of a metric system. He didn't want to conform to society. He wanted to choose the path that he knew was best for him. And in the midst of that, he always chose with his heart. Not that that's always the right decision, but he had to also realize that choosing with my heart is not always the right decision for this moment. I need to be more logical in this moment. And it still, of course, have my heart, what I love, at the forefront. But let me be logical and make a decision that I feel is necessary. And so even at a young age, learning how to decipher those decisions. And then he did have a good parenting system. So did the girl Keisha in the show. Her name is Lovey Simone. Her real name is Lovey, and she played on Greenleaf. I did watch Greenleaf with her, and she was good then. So it's good to see them both as young actors breaking through barriers in this time. So you have been chosen in this time as the collective shift of what humanity is going through. Because even with the politics, all this entertainment, all this energy out here has shifted. And so is what it means to be seen on a front screen. Because a lot of people thought holding on to the metric system of this matrix was allowing them to be seen. But ironically, who's being seen are the ones that have released, who are outside the box. Just like with Justin's character, he thinks outside the box. And just like with sinners, it's people that use their discernment. You think outside the box and you use your discernment, and it's brought you up into a higher frequency. And that's really catching people's eye. Your aura is different. So Justin, his real name is Michael Cooper, I think. He didn't even want to do acting or something, I heard. It just kind of like he took an acting class and started to like it. And then it wasn't even something that he originally thought about. So you have a natural talent, and you're going to have mentors that have already been connected to you, possibly, that are here to groom you and guide you, or just your spiritual guides and your ancestral team. But I'm going to leave it there, Divine Collective. If it didn't resonate, don't force it. You can always email me. My email is in the description of this message. And yeah, it was a pleasure. You can always thumbs it up if it did resonate. But thank you guys so much. I do hope you have a good day, a good night, whatever time it is for you. Peace, love, light. Namaste.